Van Lathan and Akademiks, they debated with you.
Yeah, with Chicago King Dave, sorry. And I felt like that was a really good debate. I really appreciated that because I felt like that was a great opportunity for me to really like speak my truth. And I think like I went into that debate, I felt like they thought they were going to catch me out and like really put me down. And I felt like I stood on business and kind of just was like, as a journalist, I stood on what I'd said. And I think a lot of people respected that. And it came out really positive in the end. Like I felt people saw that and were like, I kind of see where you're coming from. You're just trying to like lay out what happened. And I really appreciated that opportunity and it was a good conversation.
Right. Well, you said you started to get depressed by the death threats and the hate.
A lot of Chicago guys saying they were going to kill me. Obviously, Von's A&R. He ain't really a threat, but like, you know, O-Block guys saying they were going to get up with me, and you know, I get DM death threats all the time. I don't know about you, but people saying they're going to kill me all the time.
Yeah, every so often.
I turned off my DMs recently, but like, it was depressing. It was depressing as well because it's like I didn't think the Von thing was going to be that big either. Like, honestly, I know it seems like crazy to say in hindsight now, but like. The days before I was dropping that, I was thinking like, bro, are people really going to want to hear 3.5 hours of King Von? Like, this might flop. But I've spent 2-3 months on this project. People might not rock with this. Fortunately, they did. But I could have gone either way. I was like, are people going to really even care that much? People really going to think much of it? And it, you know, it got out of control. And it did make me depressed because I just felt really down about the fact that, like, as a journalist, I put my all into this project. And I felt, to be honest, like it was my most popular thing. So realistically, in the end, it's a W, and it's like I think it's a great summarization of like what I can do as a journalist. But it just felt tough that it just caused such an avalanche of hate and death threats that I just wasn't prepared to deal with, and it definitely got me down and affected me mentally in a way that like I wasn't expecting. You know, that's difficult. But then being a content creator, it's got its pitfalls, man. It's not always going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone through this lots of times. I mean, from interviewing No Plug. About the killing of Bankroll Fresh. Me and Charlemagne had a falling out that lasted a few years over that, only for TMZ to eventually release the footage that actually showed Bankroll Fresh waving around a gun right before he got shot. And actually, you know, it said in the article that he actually shot first and they returned fire. And Charlemagne was like, yeah, my bad. You know, you were right. I mean, to interviewing Ayanna Jackson, the rape accuser for Tupac. Just a lot of people. You know, interviewing Terrence Gangster Williams, who admitted to killing 40 people. King Von doesn't hold a candle to what Terrence has done. 40 people. That's a mind-blowing number. But ultimately, my thing is if it's the truth, it's the truth. I mean, I interviewed the guy that was responsible to killing Michael Jordan's dad. There's been a lot of times. And when you push the envelope and talk about things that people are uncomfortable hearing about, you're always going to get that backlash. Like, why are you giving this person a platform? Why are you talking about this? You don't have the right to talk about it based on your skin color or your background or whatever. But it's like, yo, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. And if it really is a real story. Now, if it's fake, then yeah, I get it. But if it's real and this is the actual person involved, and if they'd done their prison time or if they were cleared because of self-defense, I'm going to let them tell their story. And I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, for example, when I interviewed 1090 Jake, he said, you deserve an award for the work that you've done.
Yeah,
you know,
shout out to 1090 Jake.
He went through it and it all seems to check out on his end, and he's the meticulous guy.
He's the stamp man.
Yeah. And you said that Lil Durk rapped about you in one of his songs?
Yeah, he had a bar where he kind of talked about, what was it? Something about YouTubers. It was like I can't even remember the bar now off the top of my head. But Akademiks even asked him, Akademiks did an interview with Durk where he asked him about it, and he was just like, nah, it's cap. We don't fuck with it. But I expect that. But like, I can't remember what the bar was. It's something about YouTubers. What was it? It's like, I can't remember the bar, but there was some bar that was like a few months after that, and it seemed like he was talking about me, which is just crazy. YoungBoy, I did the big YoungBoy documentary, and YoungBoy rapped about that.
What did YoungBoy say?
He said, because the title of that video was Real Gangster, was it Real Killer or Fake Gangster? And so he said in a song, he was like, real killer or fake gangster, come fuck with us, I'll have you front row at the funeral or something. I wasn't sure if is he saying, I'm going to be front row at the funeral, or is it going to be my funeral? Or I'm not sure, but I was just hyped to hear a YoungBoy bar. But this is the thing, I'm a huge fan. Like when YoungBoy referencing me in a song is like, that's a wet dream for me. Pause. No Diddy, but